I want to offset and I want to eat up, like delete out some of this site. And then I want to like merge these together so that it's not such an abrupt transition. So, and we're going to offset, and I want to get out past that road. So let's call it like 50 feet, but I don't want to get so far that like I'm going off my site. So let's say 50 feet. All right, I can delete that. I can take this, make it a group. I'll hit reset, hide rest of model, save it, drape it onto there. And now this guy, I'm going to group it. That's going to be always off. Delete that. You can see that like I'm going to be able to, you know, kind of merge these pieces, and that should look all right. Now we're just going to kind of mesh the two together so that our property is modeled, you know, with the highest level of precision, exactly as shown in the survey. And then we're going to marry it with this site that's close enough for context. All right, so now for this, I would use the soap bubble plugin. I always call it the soap skin bubble, like that. All right, so now with this guy, the other thing you want to use with this plugin is going to be SketchUV. Okay, so now we can hide this. This guy we're going to hide, and now we need to get in here and start selecting some things. All right, so the way that I've done this in the past, I might like grab this. What I'm doing here is just grabbing, I double click on this surface, remove the surface, and then copy, and then back out of here. And I'm going to leave this intact because this is like my highly accurately modeled area. This guy, I'm going to hide rest of model, and I'm going to paste in place. So now I have like the PlaceMaker terrain along with this outline of my accurate modeling. And then I'm just going to like, I don't know of a better way to do this than to like kind of just draw, you know, maybe like from here to here and kind of break those up. Like there might be a better way to do that. But now what I can do is use my SketchUV, and it has this path select tool. And then I can like, you know, click to kind of like add these pieces to the selection, or to like kind of save the part that I got to, like that. And then like you just got to kind of like encourage it to turn the corner like that. And then you can hit enter. Yeah. And then we'll go back to our select tool. All right, so that's how you make that selection really quickly with that SketchUV. Before I run any extension, you want to save. So I'll save this, and then I'm going to hit the generate soap skin. You can see in the bottom right corner of my screen, it's asking me how many divisions. It's on 10. I mean, I might as well go like 25, maybe even 50. I mean, it's 25 is probably fine, and I'll hit enter like that. All right, so now it like kind of, you know, smoothly patches in all that stuff like that. Let's do the other one. I'm going to use the SketchUV path select. Do that same type of thing on this one, like that. Just kind of encouraging around there. Hit enter. Go back to my select tool. Save it. And generate a soap skin. And we'll do the same, 25. You can see in the bottom right corner of my screen, it's asking how many divisions, like that. And okay, something didn't, no, there we go. I hit enter again, it drops it all, and now we're in good shape, like that. So now I'm going to select both of those. So these two pieces, I'm going to group them and jump into there. I'm going to select everything, explode it, like that. And then I'm going to soften the edges. Let's see. I can right click and choose soften edges. And then we're going to soften coplanar as well, like that. And okay, so there's an like, oh, these edges kind of lingered. So if I hide this, I can then erase those. erase that, and then unhide that, hit reset, get rid of those things that are tagged. All right, so we're getting somewhere now. Okay, so now you can see we've got, just to recap, we've got our PlaceMaker aerial imagery and terrain. We've got then our high-res terrain that was modeled off of the survey. And then we've got this kind of intermediate zone where, where we patched it all together. What I need to do is get my aerial imagery onto this terrain. At one point, I remember using PlaceMaker, and I want to say that it like had some kind of a prompt like, oh, hey, you've already got this aerial imagery saved, and so we don't have to charge you for it again. So let's import. It wants to charge me again. All right, so I'm gonna back out of there. I'm gonna cut this, drill in, paste in place. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna explode it. I'm gonna grab all that stuff, and we're gonna import imagery, and we're gonna pull it from the cache. And hey, that worked. Okay. Import imagery. Yes. I'm gonna hide that for a moment. So, okay. So that worked. You know, we've got that. And now what we could do, we are pretty darn close, you know, when it comes to having this all pulled together. Now, I think that these pieces that are floating up above, we are going to call those for the time being always off. And let me bring our house back, and I don't want this to be on the always off tag. All right, so this way, whenever I hit reset, we're getting back to this place right here where I have my existing conditions model, I have my terrain, and man, that actually went pretty well, I gotta say.